Yeah, he doesn't know that I know. But it'd be pretty hard not to figure out what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Oh, man. This Madden game I'm about to play determines if I go to the Super Bowl, bro. Yep. Oh, I don't know how this game's gonna go, bro, because this is the same dude I lost to last playoffs. And then to beat it all, the dude that he played in the Super Bowl is going to be in the Super Bowl too. Yeah. So it's either going to be a rematch from the last Super Bowl, or if I can find a way to beat this dude, it's going to be me in the Super Bowl. Bro, I played him 2 times. One in the playoffs and once this season. And both of them super close games that I should have won both. The issues I'm trying to leave right now. I haven't played him while eating. I got Arby's.
The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Atlanta Falcons. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
If you're just not feeling it, you can just call in. I always just ask my fucking supervisor. As soon as I ask her, she tells me things.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo, check 4. Fan.
They don't hear it.
Check out.
But yeah, ask her.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, he breaks through.
He rifles one, he's intercepted.
I picked it! Let's go!
By Deontay Thompson, and they will take over at the 29-yard
Yeah, just kicked off. Second play, picked it off.
Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Murray with a 3rd and long. It's caught. Jones. They needed 19, and that's precisely what they got. And by the length of a football, it's a first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Second down, Murray sets to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And he hits Drake. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go. Let's do it. At their own 25-yard line. Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football. Only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult pull to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side. Because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
58 to Mike. Hey, come on now, come on now. Slam, slam, slam. Go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eason. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
I mean, you just can't, like, chew the clock unless it's, like, realistic. Like, if you're up
ready
by,
to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. A handoff to the right side. It's Drake. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Jump. Watch the same.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. And hang on here. Freeman shaken up. Remaining on the ground after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Ready?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
X3, 218, chop it. Hey, seam 6. Jim. Back. Go. I got you. Leo. Now.
2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason looking downfield for Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
First down, Cardinals.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He's going to loft one. Deep left side.
Fuck,
this is intercepted. Picked off at the 24.
Bro, he keeps leaving my best
they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Here's a run on first down. He won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Come on, set. 6-6, pull it high. 15, line it. 15 line.
To throw on 2nd down. Eason.
Picked it. Let's go.
Here in this half, it's intercepted.
Pick 6.
Picked
Pick 6. Let's go.
Hyde, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there.
I ain't playing no more fucking games with this
hands.
I've done lost 2 games. I shouldn't have lost.
Afterwards to take it all the way to the house.
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just
all
never
I needed
was.
to say I was there, bro. No, the dude that's in it, bro.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Check 37. He's checking.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete.
Let's go!
A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Fuck him, pussy. You ain't got shit over. Throw that hoe.
Situation.
Don't be a fucking bitch.
The coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Back to throw. Eason, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eason, and finding the tight end Hooper. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Looking to throw. Eason completes it to Davis. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Eason. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
I just sacked him out of field goal range.
Let's go! Able to drop him that time for his second
dude, I'm fucking turned right now.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Play action. Now it's Murray. This one caught by Isabella.
Oh, touchdown, baby!
20.
17-0 as long as we make this extra point. Let's fucking go, man.
83 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Gotta be the one.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, cheddar cheese. That shit slaps.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check, 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 check. Leo. Switch it, come on, switch it. He's coming. Back.
To throw again. Eason. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins, his 2nd sack of the night.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19.
Hey, Sam off.
From the gun, Eason. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right on the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Let's go. What? Go. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
Now Murray throwing on second down. That ball complete to Isabella. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from the 36 now, first and 10. On the toss play, this is Drake. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. A give running right, Drake. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. On first and 10, here's Murray. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. On second down, here's Murray. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Murray now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10. Murray now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On second down now, it's Drake. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now Murray. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Incomplete on the deep ball. It's 2nd down and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Caught by Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach,
I've seen crazy shit happen.
Still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
And partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Third and 2, and here's Murray. Incomplete.
How's that not pass interference,
He had his hands
bro?
on it, but couldn't pick it.
Come on.
But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
That was him. At halftime, down by 3. I would probably be in desperation mode.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some...
And he got a deep ball for
inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. 68 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Murray now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
I got one.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here's Murray from midfield. Safarian-Jenkins has it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Taking it in from the 20. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in. And it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them. All right? You didn't expect this part to happen. But when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
On 1st down, Eason. This complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Operating from the gun. Eason, he goes underneath to Freeman. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Eason. Buying time to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Hard.
2nd down and inches. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Watch the run. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
On 1st and 10, Eason. And he'll find Hall. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They come out here in the I. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Olesen, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Falcons cut into that lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Right back to Dre. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Fuck, punt, man.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Eason.
What?
Able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in.
No fucking chance.
A good pickup there at 22.
His receiver had his back.
Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred. Still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
One quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Jones has it. 27 yards there, a first down.
Let's go.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Ready?
Operating from the gun. Eason. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Geno Atkins in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Second and 13. The pressure gets to him again.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Leo. Check hot route. Hot. Check now.
From the gun, Eason. It's caught by Davis. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Slam. Bam. 61. Match. Lead grip.
On 4th down, Eason. And no, it's incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back.
He should have took his field goal. He really went for it and didn't get it. He should have took his field goal.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there of playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 4-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
On 3rd down, Drake. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Here's Brett Kern now. He's been terrific so far. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Returnable here from the 38. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Go. 58, right over there. Yeah.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Back to the air on second down. Eason, he completes it to Jones. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's second and long. Operating from the gun, Eason. Throw left side complete. It's Hall. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Eason. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
43 is the mic. You're not ready. You're not ready. Joker, look at me. Go.
On 4th down, Eason. This is
how did he catch that, bro?
Take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From 19 yards away, as his guys are back within a single score.
I will be up 5 points.
Now the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
And I move the ball and get first down.
26.
It always fucking does against him, bro.
The score as he'll send this one away.
He runs shit.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. From the gun, it's Drake. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running, it's Drake. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now from Murray. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Woo,
4th quarter,
buddy,
down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
God damn. 3rd and 2. He's got 1 timeout left. I'm 32. I got the ball, but I'm on my 44. I got to.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Murray going to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will be very close to a first down.
4th and inches?
See the closed fist to the referee, and that means 4th down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
I can't go for it. Fuck!
Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night.
This is going to put him in position to win because he's going to pull some fucking...
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Against the fucking rules, bro. I'm up. It's against the rules if you're winning.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Back to throw.
He's already at mid-fucking
field. It's complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
60 outlaw. Screen.
They'll look to throw. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving.
Set, ready, 50, plant. Check, 43. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Back. Check. Leo. Left three. Go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
On fourth down, Eason. Now a desperation throw deep. That's caught.
He caught it! Ow!
They keep the game alive, at least
Bro,
for the
this don't
moment,
make no
as it's a
fucking
first
sense.
down.
Well, how about keeping your head
I was literally
about you
all
in this
fucking over
situation?
him.
No more timeouts. Finds a way to
This is the
get
shit
out
I'll
of
be
bounds.
talking about.
Now they can breathe a little bit as
This
they
lucky ass
contemplate what to do on
bullshit
the
that
next
he
down.
gets.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Exit. Hey, let's get in that hole. 36, 36. Check 37, check 37. He's checking.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He's back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for RZL. Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 16.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Come on, QB, come on. Kill. Shit. Fair. Shoot.
Looking to throw. Eason.
And he fucking caught it, bro.
It's caught for a touchdown. And they have
Fucking
taken the lead here in the final
stupid ass
seconds.
fucking bullshit,
So for
man.
those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now
It's
have the
every
lead
fucking
with that
time.
touchdown
He runs some
this
stupid
late in the
ass shit.
contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding
fucking
or a
time.
play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Rock it. Switch. Check one. Ready?
From the gun, Eason.
You ain't going nowhere.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Wow, and I picked up the 2-point conversion
Able to get
instead of
there
letting me
and
return
pick
it
it.
for 2
I know we
points.
have
It throws me
individual
out.
minds, but I think we're thinking
I'm
it's
fucking-
1 on this one,
Yeah.
and 1 was the number, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
kick the extra point. Now you need a miracle. You need an onside kick quickly and to do something spectacular.
I mean, going for 2 there, either they felt like this is all we've got left, we've got to win it right now, or they've got some incredible miracle special teams play to get the ball back and give them one last chance.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. 1 to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This is so close.
So, Charles, oh so
Every
close
fucking
on
time
one
he
side
runs
to
some
get into
goddamn
that Super Bowl.
cheat sheet.
Oftentimes,
Every
we just show
fucking
the
game,
stage
man.
and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
These
It's
fucking
gotta
dudes
be
cheat every
beyond
goddamn
tough
year and they don't
because
do shit about it.
finding a way to
No, it's fucking done. It's over.